There you go. Take a look at this. After weeks of anticipation, KSL Chopper 5 up in the mountains near Fillmore this morning to capture that ring of fire eclipse.
The next eclipse to make an appearance in Utah doesn't come until 2045, so that's quite a while. That was enough to draw crowds to areas all over central and southern Utah, including some of Utah's national parks that were right in that path.
News specialist Mike Anderson has a look at the view from the Canyonlands.
Well before the sunrise near the Needles Visitor Center.
Yeah.
Families like the Hopkins were getting an early start, working to beat the crowds on this eastern end of Canyonlands National Park.
2:22. This is when I got up.
Probably earlier than they needed to, but best to be safe. The crowds out here were moderate, more in the dozens, but enough to congest the entryway.
Woo, look at it now.
Still, for folks like Jesse, Mark, and the kids, it's well worth it.
We wanted to come where we could see exactly how it lines up.
For others like the Baileys from North Carolina.
Just for cat smile.
Well, this wasn't actually planned.
Yeah, kind of like that.
At least not at first.
But we came to see all of the national parks, and when we started planning, we found out that there was a solar eclipse, so we thought it would be cool to do.
But thanks to a bit of luck, they're catching one more sight.
That's great. So far,
That's pretty cool.
it's going to be pretty less than an hour. It'll be full eclipse here.
Not quite full, but we know what he means. The moon gradually overtaking the sun, something that happens roughly twice a year, but of course, not always within road trip distance. The Baileys saw a partial eclipse from New York City back in 2017, but this, being right under the annular path, is a bit more impressive.
Yeah. Looks like it. And much better scenery.
And yeah, about an hour from when it all started, that ring slowly falls into place.
So for about 2 minutes and 20 seconds from right here, we have that ring of fire, and the light around us just a little bit darker.
A rare chance to see that cosmic beauty surrounded by this kind of scenery.
What happened to the sun when the moon is in front of it?
It turned into a ring of fire.
And if you're willing to travel, a total eclipse hits some of the southern and eastern U.S. states next April. Families like the Hopkins just glad they got to see it today.
It was a good experience. I think we'll always remember it.
At Canyonlands National Park, Mike Anderson, KSL 5 News.